Well, friends, today I feel like I've gotten nothing done, but I have. It's all kinds of little projects that haven't been getting done and need to. Moving stuff around here and there, picking up things, some errands to town, that kind of thing. But it's now like 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I still haven't filmed anything today. So we got to change that, and we're going to get started right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, Rusty Oliver Man. Do you remember this? I won this thing on auction time. Oh, what's it been? I remember it was cold. It was cold the day that I went and got it, and miserable, and it was covered with ice. And I remember that there was a WD-45 or something that was sold with it, because it turns out the drawbar pins are on the thing. So we got an extra set of those since the WD's over at Dad's. We might need those at some point. But I bought this kind of unknown. I mean, I don't know anything about its history. It looks like it's solid. It looks like it'll work. And I wanted one for years because it's about the right size where a guy could use it behind like a 66 or Super 66, you know, 2-cylinder John Deere, whatever. Just something to piddle with, you know, to use an old tractor for something. And so I'm thinking, I still got some of this field to mow down, some of that broom sage. Why not let's try to get this going and see if it's everything we hoped and dreamed it would be. I don't know. I know nothing about it other than what you see before you. So we're going to dive into that together. I guess about the best thing a guy could do is go get a tractor and hook it up to it, and then you know, we can pull it down if we need to grease it or whatever, add oil. We need to check the oil, so maybe we'll just pull it down there. We'll hook it up. I think that for the most part, like, I think our wheel bearings are usable. They might need a little tightening, but that's not going to be today's project. They'll roll like they are. And what I'm getting at is, it doesn't look to me like anything is out. Like there's no major catastrophe that's going to keep this from doing the thing. And for all I know, the guy was using it, you know, whenever he quit using it and then just sold the whole rig, you know. It's not like there was a major meltdown and this is garbage. And I didn't give hardly anything for it, I don't think. A couple $100 maybe. And that is like unheard of usually, because I've tried to buy one of these over the years. What's nice about it is, if you're still not understanding, it doesn't need hydraulics, you know. I can crank it wherever I want it and just leave it set that way and mow. So if you have an old tractor that doesn't have hydraulics, there you go. And that's what we're after. So let's go try to gather us up a horse to use, and then we'll hook it up and we'll pull her down and see about going through it or whatever we need to do. And by going through it, I mean squirt it with a little grease here and there, check that gearbox, make sure it's got stuff in it, because it may not have stuff in it. We got a little fillet in it, but I don't think that's going to stop us today. That might be the kind of deal where we take off that front part sometime and we just take out a few shims, because it looks like there's a healthy amount of shims in there. So there we go. But I don't see anything looking at it that makes me think that we're not going to be mowing with it here very shortly. So let's go get the tractor. The fun part here on our journey, you see I parked this tractor out here so I could fix those 2 tires, and now they didn't go flat. So isn't that nice? I think we'll also be able to tackle that here shortly, so there might be another video I'm filming here after a while. Looks like it's ready to go. Here, horsey. Here, horsey. I'm thinking of using this horsey. It's another one that's got a brand new motor in it, and I've never done anything with it. Now the only bad thing is a guy's got to climb over to turn the fuel on and climb back over to get her going. Fun times. Brr. Did I rebuild this seat? It's actually kind of comfortable. I must have. Well, hey, that's about the best that's ever started. With the choke here a little bit, but I got to get a free hand. There we go. Whoa, horse, whoa. Oh. Now, probably should have the pin before I... Oh, and then slingshot it. Yep, sure. Okay. Arrgh. I don't know why we have washers, but I guess that'll become clear. All right, now I'm thinking we should probably just go down to the truck and get whatever we need, grease. And I'm betting some on there, because as I look at that, that's pretty rusty. And I bet you it isn't going to give it up easy. Why would it, you know? I do see that we probably should... We're probably going to need to... Of course, the tractor's sitting. We'll pull it on the level before we make that decision. But what I'm getting at is we might have to adjust the tongue, because it looks to me kind of like it's going to ride like this. We want it to ride level. So I should grab the impact before we go, so I have it with me, because it's still up here from working on the house. And then we'll go from there. I wonder what that is. The point of that is on one side only. Yeah, we should probably also air up these tires. Maybe we'll do that first, because the little air inflator's in the pickup, which is sitting right here. That tire's fine. This one needs a little bit. Let's do that, and then we'll be hopefully set up where we can see this do something for a change. It's been rebuilt for like 5 or 6 years, and it's done nothing but pull a wagon. So it would be nice to let her eat. Ah, that's kind of pretty. My goal this year is to get that sheet metal better. I might just order all new sheet metal for it, or this what I can get. Like I said, the hood is crap, but the sides aren't much better, and I think I might just try to order all new metal, paint it up, put the stickers on, and live life. Now our tire doesn't look the greatest, but we're gonna try it anyway, because all these years I was comparing my tire failures to Mike Calsom's tire failures, but after seeing him flatten a steel wheel the other day, I realized that it's probably just him, it's not me. So yeah, we should be fine. .5 psi in it, so sure. And it's going up pretty quick, so that tells me we might have a chance. It's going up pretty handily. I mean, that was really a short amount of time, so. The air inflator has its quirks. Like, for instance, if you would set that at 12 psi, it would run a lot slower and it would take forever. So what I found is, no matter what you're gonna pump it up with, crank it up a lot higher, and then you can always manually shut it off, because otherwise you're gonna sit there all day. I don't know why it does that. I guess to conserve battery, but I think you'd rather just have it over with myself. Oh, okay. I guess that's it. Be low. That means battery low. But we got like 32 in there, so that's good enough. There. Oh. All right. I'll grab the impact. We'll drive down there. We'll see if we can get this power takeoff hooked up, get it greased, check the gearbox oil, check the tongue angle, and then potentially we'll be mowing. Oh, also probably should check the amount of fuel that's in this tractor, because I bet it doesn't have a lot, but we'll see. We're getting there. Neutral. Start. Woohoo! Wild horse. Sure. It's trailing along. Buddy the dog doesn't know what to think. He's back there somewhere. That's pretty level, really. I mean, I think you kind of want it to be uphill a little so it doesn't hook the ground. I mean, I'd rather have it up a little than down. Whoa! I see another thing I need to do. I need to tie this back around there. This was a temporary thing, but that key, I'm afraid it'll vibrate out of there since we don't have the best quality, you know what I'm saying. That key switch is very Chinesely made. Ugh. Okay, where to begin? Probably with the tractor. And looking at it, I'm hesitant that that's gonna slide on there easy. Okay, well, let's see here. We might have to begin with this so that we can get that loosened up. Okay, what do we got here? Would we have some Zep around? Trying to remember where we're running thin. We need to remember to order more when we go inside, but we need to do that. And I might get that wire. I don't know that I can really do that though. I was thinking knotted wire brush on this. Oh, that was spinning the whole time. And then just go around and clean that off a little bit. We might do that. Let me grab some stuff and we'll see what happens. Okay. We'll see how this goes. It's gonna be my thinking was I would just keep turning it, see. Alright, I think that's adequate. It'll go. Let's give it a little bit of that. Now we'll do the same thing with this. Let's give it a little bit of a knock it off of there. I'm gonna have to set you down. I don't know if we'll be able to see. Be real cool to get it to spring back out. We'll spray some lubins in there. We can get something in there. Here's a clip that's laying on there. I bet they used that as a hitch pin doodabber. We'll work that back and forth, see? It did bring some trash with it in there. Not that you can see because I'm a pathetic cameraman, you know? I don't move anything. Look at that though. Every time now. Good as new. Well, now, whilst we have it out, I really struggle with sitting like this. My legs are killing me. Oh. Come on. Come on. Let's grease this U-joint. Okay. Awesome. Let's dump the whole thing so that it... All right, I'll probably grease that up a little bit, slide her together, and then we'll try to put it on here. Oh, that works beautiful. Okay. Let me take some. Oh, yeah. Friends, we shouldn't even have been worried. That slipped on there great. Okay, let's grease the rest of this sucker. Let's try to put you there. Yep. We're gonna run out of grease very shortly. I don't know, we both took a hit on that one. I spun that crank right into my knee. I wasn't paying attention enough, I guess. And then you fell off of the place where you were stuck and really took a hit. So, I don't know. I think we'll start with it there. I mean, that's pretty level, I think. It actually could probably go a little lower, but we can deal with that when we get out in the field, you know. I think it's gonna go. Let's give this a gearbox a check here. We should probably modify this when we get time. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because of it's so loose, but I've done that before on things that pivot like that. Drill and tap it for grease fitting so you can squirt grease right into the inside, but that's so sloppy it probably won't matter. What else? Yeah, I think we're gonna just check the gearbox and then we're gonna let her eat. Let me pick up some of this crap so we don't run over it, and then we'll worry about that. All right. We'll get the appropriate tool for this job, an adjustable wrench. How tight is it? Well, I don't know. Do we think that it's obvious that somebody in previous life has used a pipe wrench? And we might have to do that too. It doesn't look like this is going to hold anymore with the way that it is. Nope. I think it's a pipe wrench affair. Dang. All right. After much to do, I finally remembered where I saw the pipe wrench. We just had it the other day. You know? We just had it. We might have to get online and see if we can order the fancy plug replacement. I don't know. This isn't working. There. We might have got it to turn. Or not. Oh, it's good and full. That's good, because this is practically ruined. Note to self, we're gonna have to get a better pipe plug, because that one ain't gonna do it too many more times. Sure, we almost did like appropriate maintenance here, you know? We checked it out instead of just hooking it up and letting it eat. So, but I think we're to that point. Let's put us some, I got a can of gas here. We'll pour that in here. And then we'll give her a try and see what we got to do. Tractor may not run. It probably needs, who knows what, a carburetor adjustment. It needs a cleaning at this point, but this should be good for it. I mean, it needs to get out and do what it was made to do. So yeah. I'll be curious to see how much gas I spill all over it. We're gonna make a mess, don't worry. We don't want to get plastic in the tank, so we gotta watch that. I don't know where the funnel is. It's probably in the pickup, so we'll just go this route. All right. It's a pretty low flying aerial plane there. Don't know what they're up to. Sure. All right. Let's start it up. Let's turn the power tank off on and see if that, I thought maybe I didn't want to stand right there, but oh, it runs quiet. Okay. Sure. I never even looked at the blades. They look great. They look like somebody's put blades on it recently. Look at how thick they look. I think we might have a winner with this thing, friends. Let's take it out and give her a try. We're testing the tightness of the turning radius. In typical good luck fashion, the GoPro's getting too hot right when the most interesting part happens. So sure. Let's see what happens. We'll get to the thicker stuff. This will make it eat. Pretty good. I have to say it's very quiet, really, as it starts making a lot of noise. No. I think the power takeoff shaft is slightly bent. That's okay. Ooh, I'm getting way off course. To jump out. I should have brought something to tie it. Ah. Actually go faster. This will be too much, but sure. There's a couple things I'd like to check, and I can see I'm already out of luck. I'm thinking that it should be shorter. Like the power takeoff, I'm worried that maybe it's just that wore out. I was worried that maybe we were getting close to the end of the shaft, but there's really no way to fix that short of making a new shaft, because I'm all the way back with my drawbar. Well, no, I take that back. I could move the drawbar in, but then would I have trouble with it hitting? Let's shut it off. Sleep. I guess if I move it into to that second hole, is that gonna make this hit that? I don't know. Everything's loose, so it should be simple. Remember when I said that? It should be simple. It should be simple, remember? It should be simple. That has never been slid through there for a long time, if ever. So I'm keep going. Yeah, see, that's what I'm afraid of. I don't know if I like that. Of course, I have no tools or anything handy. You know, why would I? I got a broken rake tooth. That's an appropriate tool, is it not? Come on. Broken rake tooth. Can't you help me? Let's see. The truck's right over there. I could very easily go get something appropriate, but it's a lot more fun to just, you know, do it wrong. Do it wrong. See if I do this right, I'll have it totally unhooked in a second. I'll have a total mess. That'll be it. You know what I wonder, looking at it? I wonder if this drawbar's in there backwards. I wonder if somebody thought, hey, backwards. I'm not sold on this idea yet, but let's see what this does for us. If we can get this pin in there. Come on. Why would that want to do that? Why would it not want to play nice? I'm trying to give you a renewed sense of purpose in life. Do you not want that? I don't think you want that. I really think that this drawbar's in there backwards. And that this hole, which that's very possible. So that means I'm going to have to take it loose, which is so much fun, you know. Let's take it down to the ground. Oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Come on. I'm sick of fighting. Get in there. Come on. Get in there. Get in there. Okay. Now. Let's try this again. That's correct. So what has happened is, and I do kind of remember doing that, but I guess I put it in there backwards, but it was in there backwards already because that hole was very wore, and I remember welding in it some because I thought if I don't do something, it's going to pull through. And so I put it back in the way I got it out, but it was actually backwards this whole time for years and years and years, because the second hole here is not the same size to let that pin go through. So that tells me that this is the real back part. So right now we actually have the best case scenario of brand new holes being used that have never been used for the job that they're being used for. So, but it is awfully short together, but I think we can live with that. Now the only other trouble that I foresee is if I would hook this to another tractor like a 2-cylinder John Deere or what have you. It has a super long drawbar, if I remember right, and we would be changing geometry all the time, you know. But I think the big struggle here is that this is just sloppy, wore out, and I'm probably gonna have to invest in a better shaft, which ain't no problem. That looks like that's 6 spline on that end and 6 spline on this end, so just measure it and get a whole new one and be done with it. And then I think we would have the right amount of stuff. Now, another thing I notice along life's travels is somehow or another something has migrated here. Like they didn't, to me that stop there should be welded closer in, because look at this thing is hitting the frame at certain times, like if you try to raise it up, which tells me this should be slid over more, as evidenced by that should be against that round part, but then that one should be closer so it can't go over that much. So that's going to be another thing that we address at some point, not today. It's still going to mow today, I think, just fine. It's just little weird oddities like that. Like, how did that get ripped off at one time and a guy welded it back on and he didn't slide this over first? You know, that's possible. I don't know. But I'm telling you one thing, friends, it does seem to work pretty good. I mean, the tractor handled it fine, even though we weren't pulling through any, you know, heavy wet green weeds. I'm sure that'll make it bark. But as far as doing what I want to do, it's doing a great job, and so that's good. We've got proof of concept now. I don't mind spending more money on this, making it better than it is already. So we're gonna take it out and run it some more and see what else we find. But I feel better now that that's not going to pull apart in any situation, like if you went through a ditch or something. I think it was pretty close to the edge. But yeah, let's go give it some more tryouts, because I want to hear this tractor run. It really runs good when it's under a load, so that's handy. Whew. I put 7 hours on it since I overhauled it. whenever you hit a tough spot. Well, friends, that worked pretty darn good. We got this whole business done. Now I just got to do that back part, and then I can start way down in there if I'm so moved to do that. I notice my power takeoff is creeping a little. It may need a slight adjustment. That's the first time it's ever done power takeoff work since I drug it out of the woods. So you can't complain too bad about it. I think it's running better. It runs beautiful under a load. Whenever you get a steady flow of grass in it, you could just hear it. I mean, the governor would kick in and it ran perfect. It kind of has a little bit of a stutter at idle, so it's probably got some trash in the idle circuit. I messed with the needle a little bit. It may need a few tanks of seafoam or something run through it and adjust it a little different, and it should be fine. But no, it did the thing, and it did excellent. And like I said, that mower is really good for not knowing anything about it. I mean, it doesn't make any horrendous noise. It's not spraying fluid out anywhere. It's just doing the thing, you know. It's exactly what I wanted for tractors like this with no hydraulics. Now, it does have its limit. I mean, you know, unfortunately, like you get in a uneven terrain like I did that one time, then it's gonna bottom out in the ground. You know, like what happened was the wheels of the Bushhog got down in a rut, and then it was like it was cutting the dirt, you know. So you don't want that. But I can't complain for a I think it was $225 for that mower. So that's pretty darn good. And a tractor that was drug out of the woods and we brought back around, and that's the first real work it's ever done. I mean, like I said, what did we say earlier? It had 11 hours on it. Not even that, 7. Now it's got 8.2 on it. So it's slowly climbing up there. One of these days it'll have 10 hours on it. So now we just need to get it more cosmetically better. Like I said, hopefully that'll be this year's plan. This was one of those Corona time projects I worked on when there was nothing else to do. So some of the ingredients you got weren't the best quality stuff. Like, I don't think the paint that I got during that time was very good. I don't know why, if they mixed it in haste or what, but I don't know. It's coming around. See, it's come off of like this flapper. We'll get it. But pretty sweet. I mean, hopefully this will take off and grow beautiful now, because today is one of the days that the almanac says mow to grow, and that's what we're after. So hopefully that grass will take off up through there. We've limed it and I fertilized it, and I'm hoping to try to get rid of some of this less desirable stuff. I wanted to overseed it too, but I don't know if I'll get that done. I don't know. I just don't get enough stuff done. I have all the stuff in my head what I want to do. That's why we worked on that seeder on that 2-cylinder John Deere, and we got I wanted to use that steel wheel 60, and I got a rotary hoe. I thought it'd be kind of like aerating it, you know, poke some holes in it, and then seed it, and then run a harrow over it and be done. So I don't know, that may be this fall's project by the time I finally get around to it, but progress is happening, and that's always a good thing. So all right, we're gonna add a little footage to this video. I just went ahead and cut all that too. It took me probably an hour and a half or two, I don't know, don't care. I was having a lot of fun. But one thing that really I'm impressed with, we didn't, like, the oil pressure's been up. When it's wide open it might be a little more, but it hasn't really moved, and neither has the temperature gauge, so that's good. That means we got excellent oil pressure and it runs cool, and that's what we want. It runs right in the work range. And there were times when the governor would kick it open and it was working, but this isn't really a true test when most of the stuff is dead. But the point of this was mainly to try to stimulate it to grow, you know. So we'll see. It kind of worked last time I did that, so I thought I'd do it again. I wanted to have this broom sage trimmed off last fall, but we had tractor trouble, and then I never got back to it, because then I would have just used the finish mower and buzzed over it. But I don't know, this works much better for getting rid of that straw like stuff. So I'm hoping to eliminate most of that as we keep fertilizing and spraying and different things I'm trying to do. So, but I have to take a minute to appreciate this tractor, because I mean, it came out of a woods and it was left for dead, and those guys laughed and said it would never run again, but here it is. It just did a pretty good workout, and it never missed a lick, and I think it's running better now than it was when I started, so it needed that. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. It's doing the thing, and it's, like I said, running cool, good oil pressure. Just needs a little bit of run time to really bring it around, and that's what we got. So that's awesome. Until next time, friends, we're gonna leave this one here. I know you probably didn't want 2 mowing videos in a row, but this is a totally different thing here. So anyway, and you got to see an auction time purchase come to life. So as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. After watching what you just saw, do you feel like your IQ has dropped lower than your credit score? Well, there's no reason that both of us should be miserable, so go ahead and hit that thumbs up and leave a comment. That stuff costs you nothing, and it really helps me out. Your banker may not approve, but I know mine will. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.